Hey Kristen, this is Steven. I spoke to you earlier today. In this video, I'm going to be going over 3 things that you can do to help boost your presence online and start ranking above your competitors online as well and getting more high quality jobs. Now, if by the end of this video you can see that I do have the know-how to get this done, you can reach back out, we can chat, or you can just take this information and implement it yourself. So the 3 things I'll be covering are content, citations, and backlinks. Now, content is everything on your website, but we're primarily focusing on your home page here. Now, Google likes to see at least 1,500 words of content on a home page, such as these service-based industry websites. Um, it gives you plenty of opportunity to add in all the buyer intent keywords and all these keyword phrases that people are searching for when they're searching for your services online. So I'm going to be talking about Concord today. You're close to it. Mount Pleasant doesn't have a huge search volume there, so you're very close to Concord. So I brought up Concord's #1 company here, and that's Concord Heating and Air Conditioning. And I threw them into a tool that I use called SE Ranking. This tool pretty much gives me a behind the scenes view of what Google uses to rank websites. So currently, their website, concordheat.com, is being found for 133 keywords, and their site was clicked on, give or take, 127 times in the past 30 days. I threw your website into the same tool, and your website is currently being found for 80 keywords, and it was clicked on, give or take, 10 times in the past 30 days. So let's go back to our competitor, and we can actually take a look at their keywords here. If we click on that 133, this will bring up all 133 of their keywords. We don't have to, we're not concerned with most of these. The ones that we are concerned with are the ones that, relate to you and the services and the areas that you service. So like AC repair, Concord NC, that was searched 140 times in the past 30 days. We've got HVAC Concord. That's iffy because it doesn't have the NC, and there's a bunch of Concords. California has a huge one. But our HVAC Concord NC, another 210 searches, right? And so we want to make sure you have those. So we can actually go ahead and take a look at your keywords here. And you do have that. So looks like you have that keyword 21. But what we could actually do is we could go through and look at this more in depth. And they have a keyword finder in this tool here, where we can put in like HVAC Concord NC, and we can look up similar keywords and related keywords. So we can find all the keywords even that our top competitors don't have, and make sure they're on your website. That's where that number becomes very important. At least 1,500 words, you can put it in there without keyword stuffing, and Google will actually penalize for keyword stuffing. That's it for content. Next, I'll be going over citations. Now, when people are searching these terms like HVAC Concord NC, studies have shown that anywhere between 40 to 60% of those people are going to be clicking on one of these businesses in this section here. This is a map pack, and this has to do with your Google business profile. Now, you are in Mount Pleasant, but it's not too far away from Concord to where it is possible for you to rank in here. Nobody's clicking on more businesses. Now, most people, they're under the impression that it's your reviews that are the main driver here, but it's really not. Proximity is a big thing, and that's where you would be hitting an uphill battle. But the main driver are what we call citations. Now, a citation is your business's name, address, and phone number on a directory online. Some examples of these directories are Yelp, Yellow Pages, White Pages, and there's quite a few of them, and I'm sure you have quite a few. And it used to be the businesses with the most citations did really good in this top 3, but Google doesn't really work like that anymore. They look more at the quality of the directories you're getting citations from than the number, right? So you can actually do some research and Google the top 50 to 100 HVAC related directories for citations, and that'll give you a list. You can go down that list and make sure all the ones that you don't have already, you want to get citations from those directories. And something that a lot of businesses don't know about these days, since AI is a big player here, like ChatGPT and Google Gemini, you want to be in the three major data aggregators, which are Foursquare, Data Axle, and Newstar. These, once you're verified in these, it actually takes your information and pushes it out to hundreds of other applications, directories, and GPS systems. And what this does is that it creates what we call data consistency across all these platforms. And that's a huge trust factor for Google to rank you in the top three, and also for AI platforms to refer you when people are searching for your services through their platforms. Now, underneath the map pack is Google's organic search results list. The number one spot here will capture anywhere between 30 to 50% of all the clicks. Now, this is 40 to 60, so it's more, but it's split in between these three businesses. This is 30 to 40, which ultimately makes it the most clicked position on the page. And the main driver here are what we call backlinks. So a backlink is essentially when you have other websites on the internet, and for example, say they have a link on their site that when clicked, it links back to your site. Now, Google uses these backlinks as like an online referral system. And the more relevant these backlinks are to your website, the better. So, for example, say you have a local blog page or a popular industry-related site that's linking back to you, that's what's actually going to push your website up in Google's rankings. However, say you have a website like Pizza Hut linking back to you, which is very popular and has a lot of trust with Google, but it's not going to do you any good for ranking because you guys don't have anything to do with pizza. So let's go back to our competitor here. And this is that tool I showed you with the keywords, right? But now I want to pay attention to this area on the right here. So just to be clear at this point, it's through your content, primarily your keywords, that Google is able to find you for what people are searching for. But once they find you, they got to determine where they're going to place you, like on page 1 or page 10 or in between. And that determining factor is your backlink or your backlink profile. So our number one competitor here in Concord currently has 172 backlinks pointing to their website from 60 other websites. They're called referring domains here. You guys have 47 backlinks coming from a total of 42 other websites. So it's not about the number so much as it is about the quality of the backlinks and the relevance of the websites they're getting the backlinks from. So we know that that's how they're getting pushed up in the rankings in Google's organic search results, is through the websites that they're getting backlinks from. So we can actually click on this number, and that's going to bring up all 60. Sorry, this is reloading. Oh, this does this. Come on. But it's going to bring up all their backlinks here, which takes a while to load. I thought I had it up. But it'll bring up a list of all the websites, rather, they're getting backlinks from. So you'd want to go down a list like that, and there's 3 pages for them, and you'd want to acquire backlinks from all those websites as well. And there we go. All these websites, see how there's 3 pages of them? If you were to do that, and this is assuming at this point that your content and your keywords were on point, it would take a little bit of time for Google to index all that information. And you don't want to do it all at once either, because that's a red flag, but that would put you in contention for this number one spot. But if you were to apply all that, after you do that month over month, add like around 10 or so more backlinks from other relevant websites, you would end up passing them up in whatever location you really want to rank in, because it's just the map pack that your proximity is important. As far as ranking here in the organics, all you need is a locations page, right? And you'd point those backlinks to the location page that you want to rank. So let's go ahead and recap what we went over. First thing is going to be content. You need at least 1,500 words of content on your homepage with the right keywords and the right amount of keywords. Second is going to be citations. That has to do with the map pack here. You want to be in those top 50 to 100 core industry related directories. And then you also want to be in those top 3 core data aggregators, right? And for the AI purposes. And then lastly are backlinks, meaning you need more relevant websites linking back to your website to show Google that you guys are the authority when it comes to HVAC companies in and around the Concord area. Now, like I said at the beginning of this video, you guys can take this information and implement it yourself if you'd like, or you can book a discovery call with me. Again, my name's Steven. I live right here in North Carolina. You can simply reply back to this email or give me a call at 910-551-2006. Other than that, thank you for the opportunity to send this video to you, Kristen, and I hope it was educational, if anything. Have a good rest of your day and take care. Bye.